I'm sure a lot of you saw how on Steven Crowder a couple months back, maybe it was a month or two back, they showed that commercial for the gay Santa Claus in, I think it was Denmark or Norway. And now it's traveled so far that it's made this mainstream news here on Breitbart. And there was a poll that came out that says, forget Mrs. Claus. Nearly 4 in 10 Britons think Santa can be gay. And I guess that's okay because Britain's a pretty gay place. Roughly 4 out of 10 Britons, 39%, think Santa Claus could be gay, according to a YouGov poll released the day before Christmas Eve. Hey, 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 instead of ho, ho, ho. The results came after, okay, I was close. Norwegian Postal Service released the annual Christmas video featuring Santa Claus falling in love with another man to mark the 50th anniversary of Norway's decriminalization of homosexuality. The video, entitled When Harry Met Santa, is a 4-minute short film in which the main character interacts with Santa Claus several times before writing him a letter stating, "Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is you." It's a really, really gay commercial, as you can imagine. It's super gay. They kiss and it's really gay. The youngest Britons, and you see, I'm not being offensive there, because if 2 men are kissing, that's gay, right? I'm using it properly. Not using it to say, some sort of thing like, oh, that was dumb or anything. Nope, not doing it. Santa kissing another man's pretty gay. The youngest Britons, those aged 18 to 24, support a gay Santa by 60% to 20. 25 to 49 are also more in favor, 46% to 33. When it gets to 50 to 64, they don't find it very acceptable. You see, they're breeding our decisions. Any conservative views are being bred out all over the world. This is the master plan for socialism. All right. This stuff is like you look at America, right? And you see how they have Democrats that make these racist policies, and they do it under the guise of helping African Americans. And you see, they find a way to sneak it in there like they're doing something good when in fact they're being racist with a smile on their face, pretending to help people. They found a way to continue their Southern slaveholder roots. All right. Because that is Democrats. Democrats are Southern slaveholders. They just moved to different places. OK, listen. All right. They found a way to put this out. They found a way to make it seem like they're doing something innocuous when in fact they're doing something terrible. And the same here. All right. The same here. You see, you're snuffing out people with different views because you don't find those views acceptable. Right. And you're finding people to blame for it. This is the type of stuff that leads to Nazi Germany. Right. Because, hey, if you're gay and you want a gay Santa, have a gay Santa. But that doesn't mean the rest of the world's got to deal with a gay Santa, which is what everybody wants to push. They want to push it so that everybody has to live by the LGBTQ alphabet mafia trans world fucking universe. And hey, man, it's a free country. You want that universe here? Live in that universe. But we want our universe too. You see where we're coming from? We want our land and our yard and our house, and we'll stay on it and do our thing. And you do that shit on yours too. Doesn't work the same way in Britain. Doesn't work the same way in the EU and around the world. People forget we're the freest country in the world. You have to remember, we're the freest country in the world. At least we're not having the debate here yet. We wouldn't even be allowed to have the debate here yet. With Joe Biden and with the Democrats in power, we'll just be arrested for saying that Santa shouldn't be gay. I don't think Santa should be gay because it's something that influences children. And see, the gay community says, well, children should be taught that being gay is okay. No, children shouldn't even have to think about what gay is or what gay isn't or what's right and what's wrong in that aspect because they're children. Let them become adults and then you can fucking show them who gay Santa is. I'm sorry. But that is the way of the world. That is biology. That is science. You don't agree with me? Good. It's a free country. Don't agree with me. But I have a freedom to tell you to go fuck yourself. And gay Santa Claus, you can be gay Santa Claus in Norway. Stay the fuck away from me. All right. The world's falling apart. I mean, really, the world's falling apart. You've got China and Russia building up their arsenals. America on the decline. All right. Democracy failing all around the world because of the pressures of socialism and the brainwashing of young people thrown through social media and through our technology and fostered by big business and by big tech, all right, that are only going to fuck themselves in the long run. But you've got this whole new world being built, all right, and the old world collapsing when it shouldn't be. There are things that are going to have to be propped up. And people are just going along their merry ways. They're just la, 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 like nothing's happening. But what's actually happening is a collapse. A major collapse worldwide. People are losing their minds. People are destroying cities, burning down stores, looting things, destroying states. Look at New York. Look at Chicago. Look at California. Look at Oregon. Look at Washington State. Look at Baltimore, Maryland. Look at, I could just name city after city after city, riddled with homeless people, homeless young people, drug addicts. You know, fentanyl killed more young people in this country than anything. Fuck COVID. Fentanyl fucked everybody up. All right. Our country is falling apart. The world is falling apart. We're on the verge of collapse. All right. Literally, all we need are zombies and it's over. All right. I want to show you this really quick. All right. There's a million things to show you, but I thought that this was the funniest one. Let me see. There's a woman, all right, who was armed with a pickaxe shopping in broad daylight. Or shoplifting, excuse me, in broad daylight in Los Angeles. Nobody gives a shit anymore. She's yelling things, all right, with a pickaxe. I'm not fucking around, the suspect said as an employee tried to stop her. What do they do to try to stop shoplifters with pickaxes in Los Angeles? Now, I'll let you take double of the stuff if you just, I don't know, actually, it's kind of legal for them to do that. So they're not really stopping anything. A woman armed with a pickaxe entered a Rite Aid in Venice on Wednesday, stole merchandise and cursed at everyone while doing it. I don't want to smell shit when I'm knocking these bitches out. She said that as she put body spray into her basket. Look at this video. Just look at it. It's funny as hell.
Of strange things in Venice, but this may be a first. A woman wielding a pickaxe accused of stealing from a Rite Aid store. LAPD officers responding to a robbery call tonight. We're told that the shoplifter had a pickaxe over her shoulder. Detectives say,
look at this lady.
An unknown amount of merchandise from the Rite Aid at the intersection of Lincoln and Lake.
It's basically the lady from The Walking Dead.
Threatened employees who tried to take her basket. Nobody was hurt.
Yeah, look at this. People are walking around with pickaxes and stealing shit. All right. All we need are zombies. Think about it. All we need are zombies. Think of The Walking Dead. Where was that chick with the fucking, the 2 chains and she had the zombies with no jaws on the fucking 2 seconds from The Walking Dead. 2 seconds. We just need some dumb white kid with a cowboy hat and a fucking 6-shooter. I mean, we're 2 seconds from The Walking Dead. Los Angeles is a piece of shit. Chicago's a piece of shit. Portland's a piece of shit. Seattle's a piece of shit. All these places, Detroit, all these places, they've all been taken. Washington, D.C., New York City, they've all been turned into literal zombie apocalypse lands. They've literally been turned into terrorist cesspools where roving bands of murderers are running around doing whatever they want. It's Mad Max in those cities. It's Mad Max. And nobody seems to give a shit. Nobody seems to give a shit. This country is so close to something igniting, to something blowing up. All right? It's so close and nobody even realizes it. All right? Everybody's walking around with their head up their ass. I'm not saying you. If you're listening to me, if you're watching me, I'm not saying you. I'm talking about most average everyday people thinking nothing's going to happen. Look at the gas prices. Look at the fights people are having. We don't even share the same core values anymore. So how do we walk this back? Tell me how we walk this back. I don't see a way.